Hello, everybody. Leet Dude back with another cast. Oh yeah, get excited because today we've got in the bottom right corner here the Zerg player yourself, which is not actually yourself. It is actually the guy named yourself. I don't know. It's confusing. And over here we've got the blue Terran NuHHoNNa. NuHHoNNa. He's got some cool capitals going on in his name. So you always know that means there's a very good player. And I believe this is a Diamond League match. So we'll see what kind of action we got going on here. And the map is Typhoon Peaks, 10 Extractor, overpooling. And the map is Typhoon Peaks, and I'm not a big fan of this map in general. Honestly, I don't really like it. Especially since that third is so easy to take down those rocks and just kind of dominate. But, you know, it's better than a few of the other maps that are out there for Zerg. Some of them are just LOL, you know. But, anyway, so wonder what kind of build yourself is going to be doing here. He's not getting a gas yet. He's got 15, so I'm imagining a 15 hatch out of yourself, out of himself, out of the guy that's playing the red Zerg here. Yeah, that's the guy. Always going 16 hatch, getting a little bit risky. NuHHoNNa just doing a standard wall in as Terran, getting his gas, getting his barracks, his Barack Obama. Speaking of Barack Obama, he was on Martha's Vineyard the other day. I am from beautiful Massachusetts. And, yeah, he was out in Martha's Vineyard, which is a very nice area. Nice little island. And, ooh, scout gets denied. Yourself cannot get into the base. The drone is confused. He is not sure what to do. He's got a little female Karak over here hanging out. And, some kind of a bird guy. Look at him. A little ostrich man. I don't know. Best of times. So orbital command, everything's pretty standard for NuHHoNNa. Yourself getting a little bit supply blocked. Good thing he's prepared and got Overlord ahead of time. And this is one area you want to look out for this map because you can't see even if you have a unit right here. You're not going to be able to see in there, and it's a great place to drop. I started playing Terran on a different account. I was dropping blue flame hellions in there and running by and roasting them. Line them up, baby, yeah. And so two more racks is coming out of NuHHoNNa, so some kind of 2 racks, 3 racks aggression expansion maybe. I guess we'll see. What's maybe he's going, you know, all bio, marine, medevac, Marada. So who knows what's gonna come out of that? It's you know, I'm not sure if it's really that good in CVT for a Terran to go Marine Marauder. Tank Marine does so well just because tanks destroy Banelings, which is really good. But you know, one thing he's not doing at all is putting any pressure on yourself. So he's free to drone unchecked, and you know. You don't want to let the Zerg just drone up like a madman because then he's going to get such a crazy economic advantage. So yourself taking the watchtowers very, very wisely. I do like that move from yourself. NuHHoNNa is kind of hanging out. I would kill that female Karak, because yeah, it's got a little tail. It's like a little dinosaur crazy thing. Looks like kind of like a velociraptor almost. Yeah. And those things aren't good. I was watching a little bit of Jurassic Park the other day. That's a good movie, guys. You know, that is a good movie. I'll never forget the part of the T-Rex bites the guy on the... He's taking a dump. That's always one of the funniest parts. I remember when I was a little kid, I used to always look forward to that. It was the best of times. So a Spinishua build coming out of yourself. He's getting all 4 gases at once. Spining for defense. Hasn't really done much in scouting, so he's not really sure what NuHHoNNa is going to be going. NuHHoNNa could come out with Cloaked Banshees. He could come out of, you know, Blue Flame Hellions. You don't really know. That's why you gotta, you know, it's very hard to scout a Terran. You know, you want to throw, you know, sometimes it's great to have an overlord. You see he's patrolling, well, got marines around to stop the overlord. You know, but try to at least go up the ramp, see what his unit composition is, see if there's add-ons, anything like that. So some kind of, so a stim timing push coming from NuHHoNNa, and because you see, it's a timing push because he's gonna finish stim right about the time. You know, it's a little bit ahead of time, I think, but you know, he can just wait outside the base. But it's not good to go at that time because now that's yourself's cue to just mash units. He really needs to just mass up units. And you can see he's already producing 8 Zerglings. He's going to need a lot more to take care of this. He's got a Baneling nest coming, 20 Zerglings, and so yourself still doesn't have stim. And he's going to run right in forward, taking out that spine forward. And yourself better run those drones. He's going to lose all those drones. Oh, a bunch of the drones are just getting toasted. That is not good for yourself or his self. The guy is playing. And triple queens going down. And this is the Baneling. If the Banelings connect, that's going to be big. He needs to run those Virgins by. The Marauders take on to the Baneling hits. He's still never stimmed, which is an interesting choice. And more Banelings are being morphed. You can hear them. And NuHHoNNa's going to be able to do some damage. He needs to run behind that mineral line. The queens are there. If the queens go down, that's going to be bad for business. Get behind that mineral line, take out some drones. There you go. There it is. And the Marauders are going to be able to soak up most of the Baneling fire. Oh. Yourself, you need to control this. Oh, man. If you look at the units killed. 13 workers killed. Wow. Where does that leave us in terms of the economics? Even. So that attack, while NuHHoNNa lost his entire army, you know, he's dead even on harvester counts. But, you know, as you see, he's got 600 minerals. He hasn't been macroing behind it. So, in a sense, it wasn't really worth it. You know, he did some good damage, but he's also got this expansion still. His expansion just going up. No transferring of any workers. So, NuHHoNNa's attack, while it was, yeah, you know, it did some good damage, he didn't macro behind it. And, you know, StarCraft 2 is really, really about macro, you know. You could have the worst micro in the world. If you have great macro, you could be a master player. You know, you could literally 1A your way if you can outproduce your opponent. I mean, that's a little bit of a, you know, a stretch. But, you know, that's the idea behind it. You know, Warcraft 3 was kind of the opposite. If you had terrible macro but great micro, you know, you could rank up pretty quickly. So yourself is going for, he's got the +1 attacks, +1 carapace and attacks coming. And morphing in a few more Banelings. He's still got the economic advantage, you know. It really pains me that NuHHoNNa just didn't you know, do anything behind that. That's, you know, if you're attacking like that, you know, you do some good damage, you know, you keep pumping those SCVs no matter what, and you're really going to be able to you know, really just macro up. And, you know, he could have, you know, he's still not really producing SCVs. You know, this is not good by NuHHoNNa. You know, you could really just macro up and take the game over. But thanks to Mules, of course, he is starting to rise in the mineral collection rate. So yourself, you know, I don't think he's scouted the third. No, he hasn't. He really needs to, I mean the second. He really needs to scout that second so he can plop down his own third. You know, Zerg needs to be 1 base up, and you are not 1 base up yourself. Yourself is not 1 base up. I feel like I have terrible grammar saying that. Yourself is not 1 base up. What? But amassing in some Banelings. Does he see this push is inevitable? His push is imminent. Here he comes. He needs to see. Alright, I like the siege. He needs to siege up again. He really needs to take down these creep tubers. You don't want to be fighting a Zerg on the creep. You know, right now, it would be almost great for yourself to engage because you're on the creep. You get that speed bonus, and there goes the engagement. And this is just going to get cleaned up just because look how fast these Banelings are on the creep. You can't stop them. Oh, the tank just gets rocked by the Banelings. Not really a great trade in my opinion. At the same time, though, the tank fire could take out those banelings. You know, it's tough to say. It really is tough to say. But you see, he's only got 30 workers. He's really not even macroing at all. You know, that's NuHHoNNa's problem. You know, the supplies are pretty even, but at the same token, he's only got 30 workers. You know, yourself doesn't have that many more workers, but that's gonna come back to bite NuHHoNNa. You know, and that's the other thing about a Terran attack. If you clean that up and you've got extra units, now this isn't a good amount of units to do this with, but you want to, especially if Zerglings are so fast, you run and you try to pick off those stragglers that are making it back. You know, because they're just going to add on to the new Terran army that is forming. So the third is going up for yourself, and almost even in supply counts, which is not good for yourself, not good for his self, not good for our red Zerg. I like the fact that he got an infestation pit. I do really like that, because you know, Spire play is becoming less and less common in ZVT. You know, infestors are really the way. Infestors are just so good, especially against Protoss. Protoss is struggling really hard right now, and you know, infestors are just so good. So third going up and still pretty much the same harvester count. If I could give advice to both of these players, it would be to, you know, macro more. And you know, you see yourself, he's got a lot of units, but it's not really going to be helping him too much at this point, because you know, he's not pushing out yet. You know, the push is going to come. You know, Zerg's the reactive race. You know, you wanna leave some Zerglings outside his base, and you know, you see that push coming, then you start making tons of units. Zergs better watch out and toast it. But no, the Zerg's the reactive race. You know, you want to drone like a madman until the very last second possible, and then that's when you want to be able to, you know, produce tons of units. Now that's hard because you'll get supply block. You're not going to have that much larva at times. That's why you got to be careful, especially in the early stages of the game. If you want to make a round of drones, or if you want to make a round of units, you really got to decide. And that's the thing, you know, especially. Zerg, you just have to be decisive, and you have to stick with your decision. You know, if you run into a tank line and you run back, like, that's just terrible. You know, you gotta attack, and you just gotta go for it if you do decide to do it. I love the Zergling move here, the run around there. You're able to take a bunch of units out. Tank goes down, Marauder goes down. This expansion, deep doo-doo. And you know, it forces the Terran player to run back. He's got to do something. He's either got to commit and lose the expansion, or he's got to run back and go ahead and attack more. So that gives yourself a chance to keep macroing up, do some more units, because he knows the Terran player is trying to get aggressive. As you can see, an Ultralisk Cavern's coming down on the map. So that was a really nice play by yourself, by our Red Zerg, by himself, by him. Whatever you want to call it, I'm not too worried. Needs to get some more workers here in gas. I'd like to see a little bit more saturation of the mineral lines from yourself, but hey, it's not a perfect world, right? So down to 20 harvesters, and this is almost going to be all in. You might as well bring the rest of these at this point, because he's just getting absolutely murdered. So if this push is unsuccessful, he's going to be in trouble. Now, if I could pause this for just a second. You know, I don't like pausing during replays. And I left the time up. Oops. My bad, guys. And, you know, one thing that's troubling me here is that all his units are right here. So all you have is this narrow channel to attack. You know, you leave some Zerglings on the outside over there. Just swing them around. And, you know, you really just squish the Terran into these little two channels. And they're in deep trouble. So holding position out there, mistake by yourself, and loses a little bit. But there's a bit of lost time. So it's about even in terms of resources. But you know, if he deflects this push, and I do like this dropping position in NuHHoNNa to take out some extras here, and you know, he holds a very good position here. And, you know, Ultralisk coming out. Like I said, you know, run some Zerglings around here. So drones all going down. Trouble for yourself. Maybe NuHHoNNa got a little bit risky. See, now he's going in for it, and he's not backing down. That's the thing. You know, if you're going to commit to attack, you commit to attack, especially as a Zerg player. That attack just gets wiped up counterattack is imminent by yourself, by himself, by Reserve. And, you know, he needs to get some tanks out, siege up. And this game is just about over. You know, Planetary needs to run Reserve back. They're not going to do enough damage. Oh, poor Reserve is getting fried. Don't run the bandings in. There you go. It's going to be a waste. Just take out these guys, you know. Take out the SCVs. Get yourself a further economic advantage. Love to split off there. Getting the SCVs. Beautiful. Beautiful. Well done by yourself. Now he's down to 11 harvesters. You know, I think yourself played a pretty good game. You know, I think he could have done a couple things better. But I think NuHHoNNa really, you know, shot himself in the foot. You know, by not macroing up and not making enough workers. As you can see, you know, he's still alive. You know, it's 3 base to 3 base, but these aren't even close to saturated. But you know, he's made it this far just off of barely anything. So you know, he's played a pretty good game so far. Minus his macro is terrible. You know, he focuses way too much on micro. I'd expect him to be a Warcraft 3 player because that's what we were all about, the micro. So an Ultra is just hanging out here protecting. 3/3 upgrades are in the house for yourself, and this game is pretty much over. This is, you know, going to be an attempt to take out the stairs. So these Ultralists are just so devastating. Come on, just get chopped. Oh man, look at those blades, those Kaiser blades. Decision right here to do this thing. Drop a few guys there. That's probably what I would do. I would pick those guys up. Yep. Can't afford to be losing units at this point. You know, I mean, he's just sitting here. He's got, you know, a couple guys he could call down. Mules. But he's not, you know. You see how long those Zerglings last? You know, 1-1 upgrades to 3-3. Zerglings just last forever, even with freaking 6 medevacs just healing away. You know, that's why, you know, the upgrades are really worth it. You know, NuHHoNNa doesn't have enough upgrades. These upgrades need macro, that's all. And the counter by the 6 Ultralisks. He's just gonna sacrifice this base. He could actually defend it. You know, just throw a bunch of guys over up top and up below. The third base is fine, but I don't know if he's gonna go for the planetary. What he's gonna go for here? Still not even macroing really. You know, just making units, and he's gonna get the planetary. You know, I know he doesn't see this, but and I know he doesn't know that. Not a job at all macroing, but hey, right? And for some reason he's digging on those rocks, and I don't know why. What do those rocks ever do to you? What's that even gonna do? It's gonna offer Zerg another attack, and this should probably be needs to run the Zerg. Have the Ultralist tank all the tank splash, and yeah, this is gonna have to be it. I don't know what else you want to do. You can't make it out of this situation alive. And that's gonna be all she wrote, folks. And you know, just pretty good game played by yourself, I would say. And a lot of mistakes from NuHHoNNa. Yourself didn't play perfectly, but get it? Yeah. Like I said, yourself didn't play perfectly. NuHHoNNa didn't play perfectly. And whoa, lag spikes, here we go. Feeling it, we're at 1 frame per second, and I'm not sure why. Oh man, this is ugly. I wonder why it's doing this. But, so that's probably going to be the game, pretty much. And, wow. See, this is why I don't actually stream cast games, you know, while recording. NuHHoNNa really needs to leave. This is getting painful. So painful. Come on, Ultralisk, so slow. Down to 1 frame, 0 frames per second. Stim engage. Oh man, I wonder what's lagging it so hard. Oh well, this was the game. And thanks for watching, guys. And keep sending me those replays. You know, I have a lot to cast still. MLG this weekend. Make sure you guys watch it. TeamLiquid.net will be streaming it. well, they don't stream it per se, but they will have access to teamliquid.net. MLG's weekend, big weekend for Star Trek. Alright, there we go, fast motion. Taking down base. Oh yeah, let's preserve crushing, baby. Oh yeah, play on. Boom, boom. Pew, pew, lean. Get up, yeah. Alright, thanks guys.